Johnny, I just talked about it's a 129-year-old company. So tell me where it started, how it started, what did it start with?
We had a very humble beginning in the state of Kerala in a small village in 1887. And those days, Kerala had a lot of large British estates where my grandfather used to supply all the groceries that was required for the estates. I think those days it was the barter system. All the workers in the estate, everything was found for them. So this was the start of the firm, and then in 1939 we moved into the financial services again. From the demand from these workers for the low-income customers, we were giving them savings products, we were giving them loan products, and then we started the financial services with the chit fund business.
You yourself have actually grown up in this. When you were a kid, you would go to work, and in your summer holidays, you went there, etc. So tell us a little bit about what was your view like as an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old to all the way to now. Who are your customers? Who are the people that walk through? Tell us a little bit about your customers.
We cater to the low-income customers, and it's kind of a understanding the skill sets to assess a low-income customer can be acquired only by experience. And in the last so many years, we have acquired that ability to understand the low-income customer and come out with different products for these customers, from a gold loan to a home loan to an auto loan. So it's understanding the customer, working with these customers to assess and to mitigate the risk is what is the key in this business. So, for example, a home loan customer, any of us sitting here, when you want a home loan, you go to a bank, and when you go to the bank, even though you sign up all the documents, the basic 2 questions they ask is what is your income and what is the income proof. But for us, we have for the low income customer, we have only one question: what is your income? And to find out their income, how much they generate from their small business, we closely work with them for 3-4 days and then assess what is their daily cash flow. Then we project that for a month and then look at what is their surplus to pay up, and also then we add up the rent which they pay, which is also available once they move into their own home. That money is also available. So understanding the low income customer is an art by itself, and it's something which can come with experience only.
Yeah, and you talked about it could be a vegetable vendor who may need just the cash flow for the next few days, or it could be an auto driver who wants to buy a home. And you also have tie-ins with like Tata Low Housing and things like that, so that you can enable these loans.
Yeah, we've tied up with the low-income housing projects, people who develop the low-income affordable housing. So we understand from them that these houses will cost them maybe around 5 lakhs to 15 lakhs, where we come in as the lender for these. All these low-income customers have got, like all of us, aspiration to move into their own shelter, but most of the time they may not have the money to move in, and this is where we come in and provide the last mile loan for them.
And what do you think, what percentage of India is this low-income customer?
If you look at the economic pyramid, the broadest part would be the low-income customers, where these are customers who we find them every time. Whenever you go out into the street, you see all these low-income customers. A rough estimate of low-income customers would be around 55 million who are having some income but may not have the income proof. So a rough estimate would be around 58 million customers.
So you do everything from gold loans to mortgage loans to various things. There's been a news article that said that actually the gold that's in, the 2 or 3 Muthoot family businesses is more than many European countries, gold in many European countries. So one of the things I always wonder is, you have in small towns, etc., you have these things, and there's a lot of gold kept there, right? How easy is it to manage it? Have you guys had trouble with the security of it? And just give us a sense of how much gold is there at any given point of time.
Lakshmi, I just want to make it very clear.
You don't own it.
We don't own it.
You don't own it, absolutely. You are the custodian.
We are just the custodians. We lend against gold. Again, the low-income customers, we give loans starting from 1,000 rupees, which is hardly $20. Today, nobody wants a 1,000, but a 3,000 is what we start with. So, any customer who walks in with gold, we give a loan in 3 to 5 minutes. And if it's these customers use this money for their working capital, they use it for their emergency requirements like house repair, making tuition, education requirements that come in all of a sudden. These are all loans which are required immediately, and we cater to these loans very fast. And on a day, we cater to 50,000 to 60,000 such customers, and these loans they utilize for different immediate purposes.
But you haven't answered my question. At any given point of time, how much are you a custodian for?
We hold around 40 tons of gold. Again, it's not our gold.
Not yours. No. The reason I'm asking that yesterday we started an interesting conversation about scale. So when you say this much of gold, the number of security measures that have to go into it, number of people who are taking care of it, number of safes that are it is amazing to me, just the scale, not necessarily, of course it's not yours, but...
we have around 3,600 brick and mortar offices from where we disburse these loans, and we are fully networked, and we use huge technology, though the customer may not know how much technology we are using to safeguard their valuable asset. And each of the offices, outlet has got strong rooms, state-of-the-art technology for security.
Yeah.
And all these offices are wired and insured.
Yeah. So the next thing that's interesting to me is that tell me a little bit about the customer insights you get. When you deal with one of the most important segments in India that needs to move into the next level, what are some of the insights you get from them?
See, as a company, when we cater to 50 to 60,000 customers every day, our ability to understand their next financial need is phenomenal. And we also do a lot of research on these customers to understand what is their next financial need. For example, in 2013, we sent out 4,500 of our employees into the field, talking to the low-income customers who had some economic activity to understand what is their next financial need. What we found that time was these customers had a huge requirement of health insurance. And the biggest problem for these customers is in case of a medical emergency, they're not diagnosed properly, they don't get the right medical treatment, and it's a medical emergency for which they have to find money.
Yeah.
So, for example, the small vegetable vendor we were referring to, if he gets into a medical emergency situation, his shop is closed, he is not earning anything, he has to find money for his medical treatment. All this will put him into further poverty, and most of the time they get into the financial burden. So what we did was to tie up with the insurance company and provide insurance cover for 1 lakh for each of these individuals on a mere payment of 5 rupees per day. as a premium, which will on an annualized premium would be around 1,500. They have access to 13,000 best of the hospitals in India, including the Apollos and the best hospitals, and it's cashless policy where we do all the service for them. The customer has to just call up our office and say that so-and-so is getting admitted and we need the insurance cover enabled.
So you are in the, in the quote-unquote, the traditional business of you actually have these stores out there, which you actually shared with me, that these are not just stores, they have become like community centers. People come there for whatever they need. But you have all these stores, you have these people deployed, you have over 3,500 stores where you have to keep track of what's happening. What kind of technology are you deploying to actually keep track?
Before getting into that technology, we have around 21,000 employees. Mostly all these employees are from the community, and each of these outlet will have the 3 or 4 staff which are from the local community or from the vicinity of the branches within, say, 3 to 4 kilometers, and all are graduates. And we provide employment. We are one of the largest women employer. We provide 70% of our employees are women.
Wow.
And
great.
And most of these employees blend well with the customers because they are all from the local community, and it works well for us.
Yeah. So coming to, and that's the reason why they have become more community centers than anything. You need something print out, they come there. You need to call, they come there.
We would want to leverage our outlets in the best way. So we do all kinds of services for these low-income customers. For example, we provide travel ticketing for the low-income customers. So a customer who wants to travel, all of a sudden, if they have to do air travel, they will have to find an agent because they don't have a credit card. They can't do online ticketing. They have to just walk into any of our 3,600 offices. They are issued a airline ticket. They are issued train ticket, bus ticket. So we do all kinds of services for the low-income customers. And any service any of you would want to tie up, we are open to cater to the rural and the semi-urban. Most of our branches are in the rural areas.
So tell me a little bit about how are you implementing technology in your...
At the back end, we are heavily dependent on technology. Today, we get real-time information for cash management. We get real-time information for audits, inspections, and all these are available. And we have our...
But how real-time is it?
It's very real-time. I can show you something. It's available. I showed you once. We have disbursed around 564 million loans as of now. Today, this is very real-time. And retail loans redemption is around 470 million.
That's how many people would return today?
Yep. Okay. So this is the disbursement which we have done. So the information goes to the top management and to the people who have to deal with the branches, outlets for cash management, for audit, inspections. So this is something which we have developed in-house. We have also, through our research, found that there are a lot of customers who want loans without any collateral, like gold, or they are all good customers. What we are finding today is technology to reach these customers. So our field staff would go to these customers with a tab, take their information, use the Aadhaar to sanction a loan, say in 3 to 4 minutes. Then they can go to our outlet and take the loan in the same day. So these are things which we are just developing, and I think it's...
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Johnny. Thank you for your time.